Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Fibonacci review. We're looking at the Nikkei stock average. This of course is the Japanese stock market. It's only recently, after about 30 years, made a new all-time high. And I started to look at this chart and have a look and see if we can find the same things that you'll see on any other market. It is remarkable that this fabulous number that W.D. Gann used heavily in his trading, number 144, appears in this market. Now, what we're going to do is to show you a couple of ways of doing it inside Optima. There's an automatic way, which is a tool called the number searcher tool. I've simply set mine up so that I need a pivot point, a starting point. And as you can see through here, this, for example, is the lowest day for several days before and after. This is the major high for several days before and after. And from these points, I can automatically set up the tool to do a time count. And around the 142 to 146 days, it's going to give me a warning that there is a potential cycle that is likely to expire, which could be the end of a run or the beginning of a new trade. So let's just take a look at a manual way of doing it. If we take it from this top through here, I'm just going to take a time price measure tool. And if we run that across, you can see that from that previous peak to this low through here was 143 trading days. Now at this point of time here in October last year, the Nikkei index was definitely sideways. It was consolidating what had been a very strong run. And interestingly enough, and the 143 count was the last low. It retested that low, which markets do all the time, to find out whether or not there was convincing support around this level. And indeed, the market found really good support through here and started to take off. A double bottom around a 144 count is giving you a time factor, but it's also giving you a pattern. It's telling you there's good support around this price level, and with the time factor through here, you can see that the market then has had a very strong rally. Now, if we have a look at where we are at the present time, again, if we do a manual count from this starting point low, and bringing up to the top here, you can see we're around 145 to 146 calendar days from this low. Now that was a very significant low because it was the turning point from this high. And now you can see for a couple of days the market has tended to settle down a little bit. Now you could easily have bought into an index and tried to take advantage of that very strong run. If you're still holding that trade, what you'd have to do right now is to determine where you're going to close that trade out if the market continues to decline. Now, it could turn around and keep heading north. But what you've got to decide now, and you have to know these things, is at what point do you decide that this run is over, this market is reversed, I've got the 144 count. You might put your stop point at the 38,000 mark or maybe at the 37,000 mark, giving it plenty of room. But you've got to know how to handle it. And you have to have that clear in your mind and then watch to see what this market does. I'm going to do an advanced report for our trading DNA clients and show you a couple of other Gann tools that we can add into this mix that will give us even more clues as to where this market's likely to head and how we can manage it effectively. But as you can see, the 144 count, the Fibonacci number with the Gann cycle technique is proving really, really valuable even in this extremely volatile market. I hope that makes sense for you. Of course, any questions or queries, you're welcome to send them through. See you again next week with another look at this fabulous Gann and Fibonacci technique in trading. Bye for now.